Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 4 on the FI or First Impression series, a series where I review an album just after one review. Now, for today's episode, we're going to be looking at From Mars to Cyrus by Gojira. Now, From Mars to Cyrus is the third studio album for French death metal progressive metal band Gojira, released on September 27th of 2005. Now, before we get into the music itself, we're going to talk about the artwork. Now, the artwork is an all-white cover with a whale in the front of planet Earth as the moon orbits around the Earth. This is a weird cover and bizarre, but it's pure. However, it is slightly on the too weird side, but at least it's still pretty unique. I'm feeling a 7 out of 10 from this cover. Now, some background info on this album. This is an album that has a ton of accolades. It's made like a ton of best metal of all time lists and, that kind of stuff. And this album is a concept album. It relates the resurrection of a dead planet through interplanetary quests, tackling environmental issues as well as the broader themes of life, death, and rebirth. Explaining the meaning behind the album title, Joe Derpender said in an interview, in some cultures, Mars symbolizes war and Cyrus peace. I'm simplifying. It's a journey in a state of war. Even if in French we are preserved, but it can be a war within us, our flesh, our mind, and a war with ourselves. The album was largely written by Joe and Mario Derpender, but Christian Andrew contributed certain parts, such as the outro of Where the Dragons Dwell, and a central melody on The World to Come. According to Mario, the album was entirely self-produced by the band, and the production on this album is solid throughout, which is something I'll say right here. Now, I did not do as much notes with this one, especially compared to the other FI ones, and I apologize for that. I will say from the first three tracks, it starts out pretty decent. There's a lot of chuggy, and the percussion is really big and definitely is a standout. And then also Unicorn is a very soft and calming instrumental that kind of feels like a music box almost. But track number 4, Where the Dragons Dwell, is really where this album picks up, and it picks up a lot. It has this very sludgy intro, it has a very strong build up, the riffs are very strong, and the percussion's the highlight. Heaviest Matter in the Universe is the song that followed that, and it also has a hard-hitting intro, and it's very heavy like the song would suggest, and it has a hard-hitting outro, and this is actually the song that kind of took me as a surprise because I was not expecting clean vocals on this album, going off of what I heard in the start of this CD. Then we get into Flying Whales, which has this atmospheric intro, and I just love the bass groove of the song. I love the kick that comes between the vocal lines, and the song features a strong groove that just is awesome, and is one song that commands you to headbang, and I was kind of doing that. And then I had the same problem with the next song, In the Wilderness, which is another hard hitting headbanging song. And the constant changes throughout are great. Percussion is great too, and this has a strong instrumental outro. And then World to Come does have a very melodic intro and soft strumming. From Mars is very soft and soothing, and everything is perfectly quiet, which is in contrast with the other title track, To Cyrus, where the aggression is back. And I really love the riffs here, and there is more intense headbanging from me. And Global Warming, which is just a shredding and finger tapped guitar intro, and it's a very solid closer. I really didn't have much to say about this particular song because I was just kind of lost for words, and I didn't have much to say about other songs here because it's kind of hard to. I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just more of I got distracted headbanging rather than focusing, so that's really on me. But kudos on them on Gojira for getting me to do that. Now, I do feel this is a very solid record, even if I feel the beginning isn't as strong as the album would become later on. However, I do think it's definitely worth a listen. I can definitely see all the accolades around this particular record. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give From Mars to Cyrus by Gojira, an 8 out of 10, giving it a tier of excellent. And my favorite tracks on this album were Unicorn, Where Dragons Dwell, Flying Whales, Into the Wilderness, To Cyrus, and Global Warming. What did you think of From Mars to Cyrus by Gojira? Let me know in the comments down below, and I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this review, and I hope you all have a